All right, everybody. I'm Mike, and this is Life Uncovered, and we are interviewing Mr. Steven over here. And
Hello.
so, Steve, besides co-founding Life Uncovered
Sure.
and other ventures that you've ventured into,
Yeah.
some of them were close to hitting the jackpot. We had
Yeah.
a business that was really close to doing so. But before we get into all that excitement, how did you get into sales? And what's your take on the sales business and industry since you did it for so long?
Absolutely. So, sales can be a lot of different things, and you can be a car salesman, you can be an electronic salesman, anything kind of retail sales there. I mean, plus there's, if you learn about engineering, you can make really big bucks selling machines and things of that nature. I started out just like him. I had a paper route. And it really taught me at a young age to be responsible. And a lot of the people these days, kids and whatnot, even adults,
That's true.
they don't take responsibility too seriously, and everybody should, because everybody has a responsibility not only to themselves and their families, but also to the world. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But so I started out as a paper route. Then I worked in restaurants. I did dishwashing and car hopping, and really enjoyed that. And one of the reasons I enjoyed it is I got to meet so many different people when I was car hopping. That's why a lot of women and men like to be waitresses, waiters. But I enjoyed talking to people, and that's one of the reasons I like doing window cleaning with this guy for a while. I got to talk to people, I got to move around, I got to be outside. And really that was my favorite thing about doing window cleaning with this gentleman, was being outside. Now what I liked about sales, after I got out of the restaurant business, I worked at an electronics store. And what I really enjoyed about it was meeting different people, educating them. I felt like I was helping them. I felt like I was, improving their life, which is why I love this website so much, because I feel like a lot of people are going to learn some things, and hopefully will improve their life. But we'll get to Life Uncovered in a minute. But working in the electronics business, some things I liked about it were meeting a lot of people, improving their life. My employees, you really get close to people when you work with them for 40 hours a week. You build bonds. And one of the things I did after work was I would work 9 to 9 every day at this electronics store, and sometimes 6 days a week. And we would all go out afterwards, and we would all have fun, and it was a really good time in my 20s. And I did a little bit of traveling as well with those people, and that was one of the great things about it. You really build bonds when you work with people that many hours a week.
Then you transferred into the phone industry when it was hot for a minute, right?
I did. I went from, so after I worked at that shop, I went to another electronics giant. They were a national company, and I went up the ladder very quickly in the first couple of years, and I really enjoyed being a boss. I thought I was really good at it, and I'm 99.9% sure that my employees loved me being their boss, because I was fair and I was nice, and I would ask people to do things. I wouldn't bark orders like a king or a president. I would ask them to do it, and sometimes we joke around back and forth. I'm not doing that, or whatever. But it was a fun time in my life, and after that is when I decided it was time to get outside and do something on my own. I thought I was smart enough to do it, and I was. And that's when we did A to Z Commercial Services. And what I loved about doing A to Z Commercial Services, we were our own boss. We made our own hours, kind of. we got a lot of accounts, and we made good money at it. If you recall, we made a lot of good money from a couple stores. I'm not going to name names, but one of the bad things about that business was 9/11 happened, and the economy went. So we had to stop doing that business because we lost three large accounts. It was a very horrible thing that happened after 9/11.
The landscape was different. Yeah.
It changed everything for at least a year or two. So that is when I went back to working at a national retailer, doing selling appliances, and I loved that job as well. And I don't know if I would have ever left there, but I did, and that's when I got into the cell phone industry. And again, I love selling phones because it was, I've always loved tech. I've always loved like stereo equipment and phones and all that stuff, video cameras, and that's what I've sold for so many years. And I loved it just because I'd met so many people and I enriched their lives and helped them. And I always felt like I was put on this earth to help people.
You had a good knack for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, real sense of tech. Always knew your tech. You're very sharp about details, which people like.
Yeah, you got to know your stuff, and it's the little things that you got to learn. It's experience that really gets you going in electronics and tech. And right around that time is when we did another website called The Never Ending Stage, which was built for musicians, by musicians.
Yeah.
But
which actually grew to a page rank 2 website. And
Yeah,
the
no,
problem
it was-
back then was we didn't know if we had crazy amounts of traffic coming in. We didn't know if it was bots or people or.
yeah,
But we didn't see a possible major sponsor, and had to kind of, we were new at it, so there's a learning curve, and Reverbnation really had like 50 people and $100 million in funding, but it was invaluable experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And got to help a lot of people, which kind of spirals into
But a lot of musicians.
the Life Uncovered thing, which is
So now we're trying to help the masses, not just musicians, but the whole world.
Yep.
Which brought me to Life Uncovered, and my idea is that we're going to do these videos and podcasts and really let people know why people love their jobs and why they don't love their jobs, and how they got into it, why they got into it, all that. So why I got into sales, because I loved helping people, I loved talking to people. How I got into sales, some friends were working at a local retailer and said, hey, you should work here, you're a really talkative guy and you know your stuff and you're smart, and so I did it. A couple things I hated about sales were the hours, having bosses that said you have to do this. I like doing things my own way, and I proved that my own way worked with just talking to people, and finding out their needs and qualifying them and recommending things to them, and I was always honest. I loved being honest. I was never the top guy because I was honest. It sounds funny, but I would definitely recommend being honest if you decide to go into sales, because then when they come back at you, if something happens, you know that you did the right thing. You don't have to guess what you said to them, right?
right.
So definitely be honest. I mean, it's the right thing to do anyway. But the things that I didn't like were the hours, maybe having a set schedule, being inside all the time. I'm in.
Sounds like a copy machine business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an outside type guy. I love running. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do love running. I just moved back to a place that had sidewalks and roads, so I'm going to enjoy running this year. But I definitely think one of the key things here is you find, just like when I was interviewing you got to find what you like to do.
Yes.
You have to find what really, you have to unlock your passion, so to say, right? Life Uncovered, unlock your passion. So you got to unlock your passion in your head. What do you like doing? What's going to satisfy your brain? What's going to satisfy you mentally and physically? And I think really that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and what's interesting is when I was thinking about my life and stuff, when Steve and I were talking, and and Steve's a stay-at-home dad, and that's a dynamic that's going to be, and it's a similar dynamic to me because I plan on working until I'm 100. I'll never stop, and that's why I want to work on businesses that are passive and things like this. But for me, Life Uncovered isn't really a business. It's a community, and there was something I read. If it's for the betterment of other people, there's a never-ending amount you can do. And when I called Steve, I was broaching that. He said, "Man, I've always loved helping people," and he had a fire, brimstone, a fire in him about it, and I did too. Life Uncovered, the video aspect of it, showcasing people that are champions. They love their jobs,
and we're just real people. We're not. This isn't. Flashy. This is my house right here. We're not doing anything flashy. This is just real people talking about their story, why they like what they're doing, why they don't like what they're doing, and hopefully it helps a lot of people out there. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do this until I can't do it anymore. This is my passion. I've unlocked my passion. I love doing websites. I love talking to people. This is a combo of both things. So I found my passion, and I'm hoping that you find yours.
Themselves.
And you know what the nice thing is, too, is about lifeuncovered.com is we have a self-assessment portion on your personal page that nobody else can see. This is just for you guys. So you can put down your likes and dislikes and your goals, and so you don't have to write anything down anywhere. It's just on the website. I can't even see it. This is just for you guys. So it will help you along in your journey to find or unlock your passion, to find your true calling, to however you want to say it.
Everyone helping each other and chipping in and everybody kind of being a community, it's really important. But the biggest thing is to help and to get it out there, and that we as a team, as a group, we're all stronger together, and to share that. I think that there's a lot of people that are just into it for selfish reasons. The internet is a selfish place and a greedy place, so it's good for anyone to do anything positive. And plus, I haven't really seen a site like this.
I mean, we're all for you guys. So if you guys think we can improve something, please use the tab, help us improve. Suggestions, anything, questions, we'll try to help. Anything we can do to help you guys. Thank you for listening again and watching.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. This is Steve and Mike from Life Uncovered. And register, it's free. And we're going to have lots more videos and podcasts coming. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Thank you.